Welcome everybody to Farmlands. I got the call my great uncle has passed away and left me a farm. Apparently, most of the equipment and all the animals have been sold off. So, yeah, all we got right now is zero money, whatever equipment was left onto the farm, and my old pickup truck. It's a 1986. Let's take a good look at her. So, yeah, she a 1986 pickup. I love this truck. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna head to our new farm. From what I told, there's basically just like one or two roads in this whole county. It's not really built up all that much. Most of the buildings have been torn down, people moved away. So it'll be interesting to see what was left to us in our inheritance. We're gonna have a lot of work to do to get built up and ready. There is a used equipment dealer that also sells new equipment. So it's one of them new used dealerships. So we got that to look forward to. Let's see here. Um, from what I understand, my uncle used to raise chicken, cattle, and sheep. And like I said, all the animals have been sold off, so we'll have to start from scratch there. I was told there was some grass equipment or hay equipment, I think, and one tractor that was left behind. Um, all the outbuildings and everything's been left. What else? Yeah, everything else was basically sold off to pay the back taxes and loans that he had on the property. In order for me to take it, I had to agree to that. I had to sign some paperwork and whatnot. And I was like, okay, whatever, I'm getting property. That's good. Oh, I think this is our road here. We'll just cut through that. So it looks like all this over here belongs to me, maybe. I got a map, so I can pull it up and look. Oh, he was quite close to the town. That must be the used dealership I heard about. Right here's the home. So this is the garage. Quite nice. Nice looking garage. Um, from what I understand, this used to be an old barn that he had on the property. Oh, wow. I got the weather forecast is turned on here. It looks like we're going to get some good weather for a while. I think this might be the bedroom. Two beds, interesting. That can't possibly be the master bedroom. Bathroom? Okay. Beautiful bathroom. And this is the master bed. Okay, we'll just leave that door open so I know where it's at. Looks like that's where he kept his chickens, probably. Fuel tank. Let's see if anything's in it. Looks to be empty. Okay, we'll have to order some diesel. Oh, that's not good. We'll have to see about fixing that. Looks like we got a mower, tedder, windrower, wagon, and a tractor. Okay. It looks like he used to have a lot of equipment out here. So another thing I was told is he used to have a ton of land, but most of it was sold off. So we only got 2 parcels that we get to keep. All right. So this area here is what belongs to us. From what I understand, he used to own all of this as well as a few plots up here. I think he had these 2 plots, or maybe it was these two. So, yeah, he used to have a lot of land. Now it's just down to these lots of land. So, well, we have no money, so let's go ahead and hook up the tractor and the mower. We'll go mow a bunch of land, turn it into hay, and then sell it just to get some quick cash. Let's push this out the way, see what happens. We can start with this area right here. Alright, and I will be back once I am done with the mowing. Okay, thought I'd come back here for a minute. Yeah, this is taking a lot longer than I expected it to. The tractor seems to be struggling a little bit with this mower. So I think one of the first things we'll have to do is increase our mower. Or not increase our mower, increase our tractor size. Yeah, I think we'll look into a bigger tractor at some point. We also need to look into a plow, a planter, or a seeder. And maybe a cultivator. And of course a harvester later on. So if we can make some decent money doing this, or at least get enough to get a fishing pole, we can do some fishing as well. Alright, I'll be back in a while. Alright, we're gonna finish this loop. And then I'm gonna take my tractor over, see about taking the weights off the front, see if that makes any difference. Perhaps we got too much weight on here and it just ain't moving. Let's see, it requires 40 horse. And this is a 50 horse. We'll take the weights off. Okay. Oh, forgot to take the weights off. Alright, we'll see if that made any difference. We'll just do the small area right here first. Nope, doesn't seem like that did much. So it's going to be an upgraded tractor. Let me go talk to... Yeah, I'm going to go talk to the used dealership over here real quick. Give me some time. I'll first see what they got here. Ooh, this old International looks good. Okay, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Alright, so I spoke to the dealer. And he says this one here is probably the one we're going to be able to get earliest. He said he's willing to go as low as $6,000 on this. Now, I considered taking out a loan. So I think what I'll do, if he's willing to take out $6,000, I think I'm going to borrow Ted. So give me a bit to go in here, talk with this guy, and make this deal, and then I'll be back and we will take the tractor and see how it does. Okay, it was great dealing with you. Thanks again. All right, guys, we are the lovely owners of a brand new International for $6,000. Ooh, listen to that bad boy roar. This ought to be much quicker with this mower, so we'll go ahead and put the tractor to good use over here. We'll take and put this John Deere away. Hook up the International and go from there. Good news is we can still use this for tedding and windrowing and whatnot, so we can still get good use out of this tractor. We'll leave that there for now. You know what? Let's get this put away. Stick this in the back of here. Alright, let's go get onto that International and get to work. Alright, and once again, we will see you guys after a while. Go ahead and put this on quick mode. All right, now that that's done, we can get it all tedded up, turn into hay, and then we can windrow and pick it up and sell it. All right, let's get this tedded up. Yeah, this is still taking us a while, folks, but we're doing what we can to get her done. I'm gonna try making this all into one video, but I may end up having to do a two-parter just because of how it is on PlayStation. But we're slowly getting her done. We're almost done with the tedding here. Then we'll grab the windrower, start windrowing all this in the rows. And then we can gather it with the forage harvester, or the forage wagon, and go from there. I might, instead of selling all of this, I might dump some of it over at the sheep pen and pick up some sheep. But we do got that $4,000 left from the loan we took out. Plus whatever we make selling this. I don't know, we'll see what happens. We also gotta look at a plow, cultivator, seeder, planter. we got a lot of stuff we gotta look into buying. Alright, what was it? 3 more route? Yeah. 1 more this direction, 1 more the other direction, and then final one back in this direction. And we are done with this. And with that, tedding is done. Excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here for a second, go grab the other tractor. I want to try something while I'm thinking about it. Honestly, I don't know if windrowing it's doing me any good. It might actually be better just to pick it all up as it is. Okay. We'll put one load into the cow pen, one load into the sheep pen. There we go. Okay, now we'll get back onto here. Alright, so unfortunately I'm running out of time for this video because my PlayStation won't record any longer. So I'm going to be ending it here in a few seconds, or about a minute or so. Y'all have a great day and look forward to the second episode that will be coming out right after this, around the same time, because, it's going to be a continuation of this video, of this episode. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed what you've seen so far and have a wonderful day. So with that, you guys take care.
PlayStation